Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Throws it back. Pocket breaking down. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Quickly to the tight end. Spins away from the defender. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. The give to the tailback. Gets it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Now from inside the red zone. It's complete on the right side. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers!
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups. And you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the run. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Gets the back moving. On the snap, it's Coleman. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Takes the easy completion. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. And the Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pulls it in on the right. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Wisconsin. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Simmons. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He would have loved to make the quick return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake, you huddle the guys up, sudden change, be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
On third down, going up top. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. On the move, he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
And these tight ends are such matchup nightmares. They can run so many different routes, and how about you throw in the corner route where you can throw it up to the big fella, where you've worked on your timing, you've moved him all over the field and had success. Great throw, great catch.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Working the middle, it's complete. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They just keep firing. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Alston. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They go to the ground. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes, and it's just a physical mindset of Auburn, and they're always that team that wants to run the football.
Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Motion from the back. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He'll try the left side. Showing off the arms. Got enough for the first down. Racing down the left side. Turning it on. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Badgers.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking for a huge play. He's got it on the outside. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there, a three tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
Nothing the receiver could have done on that play, guys. You're not expecting the ball to be thrown behind you like that, especially in the quick game.
The Tigers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. QB draw. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, going to the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Now adjusting. He's going to run it. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
I love the job the quarterback does surveying the defense there. Great job pre-snap recognition, understanding the coverage. He goes to his curl route, gets the completion, and picks up the first.
Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
quick completion on the out.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They'll try to run for it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Would have been a long field goal, 54 yards from here, so instead they'll try to move the chains. It's 4th and short. Surging forward on the sneak. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, in 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen,
he's loose. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Absolute shame. Missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Defense not showing press coverage. On the direct snap, it's Coleman. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. Here's the pressure. The sure hands, it's Mason. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing it.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. No real chance on the return, but they got it at the 34.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments, you talk about, we've seen them do this, we've seen them do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew what was coming, did a great job defensively, forced an interception right out the gates to start the second half.
Motion from the wide receiver. Power football with the run. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Making side adjustments here. Toss sweep right. He's in open space downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space, good things will happen.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Hand to the running back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Wants to throw. It's Edwards. Dances away to buy time. Got him downfield. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice.
There he goes. Got the first down and still on his feet. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Zings it complete to the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The Badgers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take the deep shot. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. He just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
Snagged in the middle, it's Mason. Stopped just inside the 25, will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking them.
First and goal for the offense. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Badgers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
He'll bring it out. It's Simmons. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. He uncorks one deep. Catch inside the 25. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work first and 10. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. He is putting the Badgers on his back. Reminds me of games we called when Russell Wilson was at the helm.
Yeah, and I know Wisconsin fans get jacked up when they get great quarterback play. They don't get it very often. They don't get the explosive numbers with this offense. But this dude, he's putting on a show, and I guarantee you they are jumping around.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Simmons. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the air on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a grab right down the middle. And the tackle was made, but not before. That completion gets him 30-plus.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot.
He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Ready, set. Green 25.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires downfield. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
The incompletion brings up a second down. To the air, it's Edwards. Going to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And the Badgers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. Sends it downfield. He's got it inside the 30. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to...
Turning on the Jets. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing 1st and goal. Wants to keep it in the air. Under fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
You try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Badgers.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Looking for a big gain. He's got it all right. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Looking to throw, it's Edwards. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Trying to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are now.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Makes the grab. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Defense showing blitz here. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
Makes the grab on the shuffle.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here.
And that one is picked up in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over. Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so
wide open spaces. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, you know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the fourth quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
The Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Caught over the middle. It's Ballard. It's a running room. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Here on third down for this offense. Got it behind the line. It's Dupree. It's a seam wide open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Here comes the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are, it's late, everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
The Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires one high and deep. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win.